We are in the process of replacing the turf here in this section of my yard. And what I have originally is mid-iron Bermuda, which is a hybrid. That was installed probably 5-6 years ago. We're now cutting it out, which involves getting a machine called a sod cutter. And it gets down about an inch or so below the surface of the grass, and it actually cuts it and allows us to pick this up without a whole lot of work. As you can see, it's been walked on, so it's a little muddy and it's sticking to the mud a little bit, but it makes it very easy for us to get the top layer of this old grass off and grade it and prepare for the new stuff. We have to take this out in order to put the new TifGrand in, which is going to be a finer bladed, more of a Tif type grass, Bermudagrass. I don't want the two to intermingle. I don't want to have areas where the mid-iron will blend in with it. Then we'll have two different colors, two different heights. So we're replacing all of this, taking it out with either a pick, shovel, or most of it will come out with a sod cutter, so we can start off with a fresh slate. Good morning. Here we are at phase 2 of the turf installation over here at my house. The reason that we've done all this, we've stripped out the old stuff and put down the new thing, is because this TifGrand here is supposed to be able to tolerate more shade, less sun than the standard mid-iron or regular Bermudagrass. So we taken a sod cutter and removed all the old sod here. Even took it out in between the grout lines there of the flagstone to make sure that the old stuff wouldn't encroach back on the new stuff here and try and take it over down the road. So we wanted it all be brand new TifGrand, and we're basically doing an experiment here to see if this actually will live and thrive with less sunlight than the Bermuda did. So from the other video and the other films that you may have seen, it looked pretty bad. So we're starting off here with basically a clean slate. Probably in a month or so we'll take this down to nubs, scalp it down, dethatch it, and put a winter ryegrass over the top of it, overseed it, and we'll see how that does during the transition period in the spring. So basically we've got this all ready to roll with the sod roller here. We've got it full of water. And the reason that we use this little instrument here is because we don't want any air pockets underneath the new sod. Any spots where we've got an air pocket, it's not going to make contact with the ground, and it's probably going to either burn out or die eventually. So we want this to all be nice and smooth. We want to get these lines and these joints all evened up as much as possible. We're going to wet this down a little bit as soon as we get the sprinkler heads cut out from the sod here. As you can see, they've been flagged, but they have not cut them out yet. So in order to water it, we need to have the sprinkler heads up above the new sod. So that's an important thing. The guys have cut out strips over here by the flagstone walkway, and this is a little bit of skill involved here as they pieced it in where before I had the old Bermuda in there, and actually got it in between these joints over here, so that will provide the natural grout lines for the flagstone. They'll do the same over there as well. And we've got about 1,000 square feet going in here. By the end of the day, it'll look like basically new turf, and like I said, we'll give it maybe 3 or 4 weeks before we dethatch it, get enough time to root and get established, and then probably overseed it with some sort of perennial rye. So we'll get back with you next spring and let you know how it turns out.